Hi everyone, Kieran Brown here, and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the secret diet tip from the book The Richest Man in Babylon. So, what is The Richest Man in Babylon? It's one of the most famous personal finance books of all time. It was written in 1926 by George S. Clason, and it teaches personal finance using parables from the ancient civilization of Babylon, which is in modern day Iraq. And this was over 4,000 years ago. The book split into 12 lessons, 7 laws for a lean purse, and 5 laws of gold. And this video will focus on lesson 1. And lesson 1, so Arcad, who's the main character, so he is the richest man in Babylon, and he was taught this principle of wealth as a young man by a rich man named Algamish. And basically, in the book, Arcad is teaching these two younger guys about money. And the rule is start thy purse to fattening, which is ironic because we obviously talk about diet and fat loss, but bear with me. And basically, to do this, you save 10% of everything that you earn. And from this, the term pay yourself first was later coined to describe this practice. You may have heard of it, especially if you're into like personal finance, all about paying yourself first. So, how can we apply this to losing weight? Think of the most important activities that are required for you to achieve your dream physique, your goals. This could be doing a workout, or more likely, from what I teach, is breaking the fast with a clean meal. And so, in my opinion, the most important time of the day in the context of weight loss is the first 4 hours. And by stacking wins in this period, you'll set yourself up for the rest of the day. And obviously, good days lead to good months, eventually to good years. In the top right, there is one of the actual meals that I used to have. It's basically an omelette of maybe like 4 to 6 eggs, I think, cheesy omelette with some veggies and some coleslaw. So, what does this look like in reality? Let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. This would mean that the pay yourself first period would be the first 4 hours, so it's 7 to 11 a.m. This means before you do anything else, we must use the first part of the day to prioritize our goal. And this is the equivalent of like saving 10% of your paycheck. So when you get your paycheck, before you do anything else, you take that 10% and you save it or invest it. So that's what we want to do with the first period of the day. We want to make sure it's in line with our goals. For example, you wake up and you do a workout, exercise, go for a walk. First thing, if you struggle to do it later in the day, I would say if you don't struggle with doing something, for example, when I started my fat loss journey, that was when I first actually got consistent with the gym, and I found a program that I enjoyed. I didn't get bored of it because I was training 3 times a week for around 45 minutes to an hour, and I found that quite easy to stick to. So that wasn't like the number one priority. I could easily do that later in the day. Whereas if you really struggle with like working out and you want to build your strength when losing weight, then you might want to consider doing it first thing and getting it out of the way. Same thing with walking, for example. If you really struggle to get your 10,000 steps in, then think about trying to knock out at least a part of that first thing, getting a couple thousand in before work, and it will help you later on. So yeah, in the first 4 hours, I was using caffeine and sparkling water to fast up until 11 a.m., 4 hours after I woke up. And then I'd have an easy, high protein breakfast that wouldn't require much prep. It was really easy to make. So I found if I had a good first 4 hours of the day, I got some steps in. I had my caffeine and sparkling water and fasted until 11, and then broke my fast with a high protein meal that was enjoyable and easy to make. Then that would really set me up for the rest of the day, and that was pretty much the hard bit was done. And then that meal would keep me pretty full, pretty satiated, and would, barring a couple snacks maybe in the afternoon, would get me through to dinner, where I'd have quite a few calories saved up and I could have a nice big meal. So win the first 4 hours, win the day. Diet is really 90% the fat loss game, maybe even more. So if you eat well in the first 4 hours, you're far more likely to continue these good habits for the rest of the day. If you wake up and you have a really a poor breakfast, then you're playing catch up already, and it'd be hard to sort of make up for that. But if you have a good first 4 hours of the day, then you don't want to waste that. You want to carry on with the good habits, and that'll go through the afternoon and evening, and then you're more likely to have a good weigh in the next day. So in summary, The Richest Man in Babylon teaches us to pay ourselves first by prioritizing ourselves when it comes to building weight. We can do the same for fat loss. Focus on nailing the first part of the day, because it's the most important. Map out what the first 4 hours of your day looks like when prioritizing for fat loss. So for me, it was get up, go for a walk, caffeine, sparkling water, fast until 11 o'clock, then break the fast with a high protein, easy prep meal. And that really set me up for the rest of the day. So yeah, obviously it's not explicitly a diet tip in this book, but I thought it was an interesting lesson that could be applied to try and lose weight. So, and it's a great book as well, by the way. It's very short. Even if you're not into personal finance, it's quite a nice read. It's a fictional story, just teaching about money. So yeah, if you want to build some wealth as well as losing some weight, then I highly recommend it.
Just a quick one to finish. If you look slim in clothes but have more body fat than you'd like, then click the first link in the description. Don't worry, I won't ask to your email or take you some hour-long webinar. It's just a short video of me explaining how I can help you to solve this problem. It's a funnel designed to sell you something. I'm not going to pretend it's not. You don't have to click. I don't mind either way. But if you're not happy with your body right now, then feel free to check it out. If you like the video, there's a button for that. If you want to comment any questions or video suggestions, then you can do that as well. Subscribe to follow my journey and to begin yours. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great day.